Hey everyone, this is Nathan here from First Lutheran Church. Thank you for listening to our Thursday Thoughts. If you guys wouldn't mind sharing this with your family and friends on your Facebook page so that they can hear this devotion and so that they can be inspired by God and be reminded of God's love in this world. I'm actually going into this new book that I just kind of started reading. It's a great devotional book, and it has lots of different topics in it. This first week, we're going to be talking about acceptance. All of us are looking for it. All of us are trying to find it in this world. And before we even go into it, I just want to be reminding us that acceptance isn't going to be hard for us to find if we turn to one person in one place in particular, and that's God. But we do look for acceptance here on earth, and we look for it in those around us, those that we love, and those that are maybe just our friends or even strangers that we meet on the street. With that, I want to look at a couple of verses this morning. The first one's actually going to come from Romans chapter 12, verse 10. It states, "Be devoted to one another in brotherly love. Honor one another above yourself." And I love that verse because it really is almost a challenge in itself. It's telling us to love those around us more than we love ourselves. And for all of us as human beings, that can be a really difficult thing to do because obviously we look so highly on ourselves and we want to try and love somebody above ourselves, but that's what God asks of us. God doesn't tell us if we don't do this, we're not going to receive his love. We already have it. And now that we have his love, we're called to share that love with one another and sharing that with our brothers and our sisters, all of them in faith. I also want to read this next verse. It comes from Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24. It states, "Let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds." How can we help each other to be loving, to love each other and show good deeds to one another? How can we help each other? Those are some things I really want us to think about this week and think about even today. How can we show each other love, and how can we help each other to love each other throughout these difficulties all around us and throughout this world? So I thank you guys so much for listening to these Thursday Thoughts. I also want to invite you to join us for worship this weekend. It's going to be Sunday at 8:30, our traditional service where we have the pipe organ playing, and 10:51, which is our contemporary service where we have a worship band leading us in worship, and we play such amazing songs there as well. This is a second Sunday, so we have our Sunday service at 6. That's going to be at 6 p.m. And the first 30 minutes are a meditation time and a time for us to grow in our relationship with God. We have different stations set up throughout the church, and I would love for you guys to stop by for that because the last 30 minutes are actually somebody shares their testimony and how they've been inspired by God and how God's impacted their life and how we can see that and, help each other grow in their own faith walks and our own faith walks as well. So I really invite you guys to join for all of those worship times. And thank you so much again for listening to this.